Hey guys, how are you today? For me, this has been a chaotic, challenging day. I was supposed to go get blood work this morning and got to the hospital, and the whole network, nationwide network, was shut down. So didn't do that. Went home, and we, of course, had a bit of a crazy household with some doggies. And all it takes is just one dog that their energy is off and it can disrupt the whole pack. We can have just a couple dogs or we can have 10 dogs, and if everybody gets along, then it's smooth sailing for the most part. But if we've got, right now we have two doggies, one that's been there for probably 45 days. They had a family emergency. And then the other dog, and he's starting to get a little homesick, or he is homesick. And I understand he's feeling a little edgy. And the other dog is higher energy, younger, and wants to keep pestering and poking at him and taunting him. And so we're having to keep them apart. And then amongst all this, I had to come to this home, which is my next in-home sit. And I'm here with Tucker, Bailey, and Zoe. They're some cute kids. They're all sleeping over here on the dog bed. And then amidst all this, I have a client that needs to submit something to her insurance company. And I'm having to try to get out of jury duty because when I'm at a client's home, I cannot leave for more than a few hours. So it's a little chaotic. So I ask myself, I keep having these things pop up. Oh, another thing, our main vehicle that I bring to all these in-home sits needed to get into the shop. And of course, it's $2,500 just for basic maintenance, which is crazy. And of course, then they're like, and then you could do your brakes, and this thing is wonky, and that's another $4,000 between the two of them. And so, but anyway, I think to myself, I've been thinking about for a while, my life, our household gets very chaotic and it's very fast paced. And then I'm always wondering, well, how can we shift things to make things a little less stressful in our home, especially for my mom Joyce, who runs home base, and when I come to do these in-home sits, she's got her hands full at the house. We do have a helper, but only on occasion. And so anyway, when you have life pulling you all sorts of different directions, this idea of work-life balance, well, there is really no such thing. That's a joke. That's an absolute joke, especially at our house. We do take 1 week off every month, which is our sanity vacation. And that seems to work pretty good. But then it's when we are working, it's literally 24/7 because we are kennel-free boarding. And so everybody lives as a pack. And like I said, when we have lots of doggies and someone's in a bad mood or the energy between a couple dogs is not real cohesive, then it just makes for a more challenging experience all around. So I keep coming up against this idea of, well, how to simplify. And with prices really increasing, I was completely shocked by the cost of the car repairs, just maintenance and stuff. And I was really quite surprised. And so that makes us have to really consider, well, what does that mean for our pricing? Because it does make us uncomfortable to keep increasing or to increase our prices. But I think it's with any business, you really have to look at the cost of living. Even it's not like we have a luxurious lifestyle by any means. We do take a vacation here and there, which is lovely. But I'm just rolling these ideas around in my head, how to maybe shift the business. We're pretty darn busy. And when we have new clients that want to come, and for some people, booking a week out is, for some, that's like what they think is how it works maybe. But for us, we have booking throughout 2026. And this dog sit was booked very last minute, and thank goodness her dates just magically slid in there. I had 3 open days. And she's like, I looked on your calendar and I saw that they were open, so can I book those? And she's like, that's like a miracle that you're available. So but we have a hard time saying no. And whether that's a new client, we are starting to say no to people, especially for last minute bookings. It's just not feasible for us to take on new clients, really. So we're kind of going through these growth things. And it's like my mom is 77 and I'm 51. And we both have candle businesses. She has also a soap making business. And so it's like, well, how do we want to be doing this every single day, 24/7, where by the time I got here at 12:30, I hadn't had anything to eat yet. And then I didn't even unpack. I grabbed my cold items, shoved them in the refrigerator, grabbed a few olives and a hunk of salami or something. And I was out the door walking the dogs. And so it is, for anybody that thinks that dog sitting is just all fun and games and you just sit and pet doggies all day, well, that's very much not true. So it's pretty crazy. And it's the life that we've created. We enjoy taking that 1 week off every month, and we enjoy having our own schedule. But in reality, we don't even have our own schedule because when your clients want you, that's when you work. And we have gotten double bookings and stuff lately with in-home sits, which is really interesting to me. I'm really surprised at how much people are traveling despite the cost of living going up. So it's just really interesting to be like, we're involved in people's lives behind the scenes, and we see everybody, a lot of people come to the door and good majority of them are holding on by the seat of their pants. They're just like we are, but it's interesting to watch. So I didn't really, because before I started this video, I was feeling pretty exhausted already by the day. So I just wanted to show up, make sure I got my message in today. It's not any grand message that I have to share today, but thinking about long-term and what does long-term look like. And I've been thinking about, I haven't been really good at all about saving for retirement, because being an entrepreneur, I couldn't imagine not working. But so just looking at all these pieces in life and how to make life more in alignment with our long-term goals. So checking out my candle. I did my daily ritual. Today was day 27 for the daily ritual, and I did that right before this video, and that really calmed my nervous system down. And I find that doing daily rituals, it's been interesting because this is the first time that I've done daily rituals or daily, like committed to something every single day. And it's been interesting. It's been a bit of a challenge because I have lived majority of my life without any structure. So doing that video and this video has been, surprisingly, I've been really enjoying it. And although I'm not always eloquent and I'm not coming to these videos and being in teacher mode, it's more like just sharing what experiences I'm having and life, sharing little bits and pieces and learning to trust the flow of energy and allowing myself to unfold and become more of my authentic self, settling in. Because before, it was, in the past, it was like turn on the camera and got to worry about saying the right thing, saying it in a way that looks perfect. Well, that was really exhausting. It was really exhausting. And even for like this morning, I was trying to figure out, well, how do I do my daily ritual in my video? Because I already had the car packed from yesterday, because I was at Cabo's house yesterday. I spent the night at home last night. And in the midst of all that, we had to drop the car off at the car shop. We left it overnight there, and my mom picked me up so we could just drive home. And I had to move all of my stuff that I packed from one car to the other. And then I just brought that car with me here. So I don't know where I was going with that. Lost my train of thought. Oh, I didn't have my tripod. I didn't have anything to set up. I didn't have my candle in the house because everything was packed up. So I was like, oh Lord. But part of this process, I'm learning to just accept myself exactly as I am, and to have grace with myself and compassion, and recognize that it's not the end of the world if I am not shooting these videos first thing in the morning. I'm doing the best I can, and that I'm trusting in timing, and I'm trusting that whatever it is that I'm called to share, that there's value in it for someone, even if it's just one person, even if that person is just me, and me showing up every day for for the 30 or the 28 days. So I'm enjoying the journey. All right. I hope you take a nap or lay down or just decompress, because I haven't yet done that. And it's time. The little doggies, I will show you. They're all sleeping. The little doggies are down here sleeping. There they are. That's why I started with a walk today. Anyway, enjoy your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Much love. Bye.